Hi guys, it's Michelle here. This is the probably 16th time I've tried to do this video. I did post on the junk journal pages that I follow and the original video, but I never really liked the way it turned out. It was kind of sideways, and anyhow, so I thought I would give it another shot. I wanted to share this with you guys. Plus, this practice helps to get a little bit better at videoing, figuring out my camera and tripod and that kind of thing. So this is a junk journal I made out of an old guest book I had for our cottage. So this piece here was the front page of that guest book. So I just tore it up and I sewed it onto this sort of, it's a piece of quilt that I was going to make that I never did finish. So I just thought I'd use it for the cover of the book. I put the buttons on the side, and then that's the back. That was the back of the guest book as well. So I'm going to go right into it, and I want to try to make this as quick as possible. It takes a long time to load this on YouTube, so a 15-minute video takes, almost 3 hours. Anyhow, I'm going to start with this. This book I had finished about a month ago, and I'd already had it at the cottage, but I really wanted to video it, and plus I already found some repairs that I need to make. So I found this picture in an old cookbook, and we kind of have an old stove like this, an old wood stove. So I want to incorporate this into the book. I haven't done it yet. I will. So this is the first page of the handmade paper guest book. What I did is I took all the pages out and just sewed it onto like a coffee dyed paper. And hopefully that will hold the integrity of the paper for a few years to come. The other one was just kind of getting moved around and sort of thrown around, and I was getting a little bit worried about how long that would last. I found a nail art book, like construction nails. People used to bang them into a piece of wood and then wrap string around it. I think it was a craft that was a little before my time. I think it was from the 60s, early 70s. I would have been quite young in those days. So anyway, it's a nice art. I don't particularly want it on my walls, but the pictures are nice from the book. Sorry, I hope that didn't offend anybody. It's beautiful art. And we have a coffee punch card that I got from Victoria Designs. And then this was from another book that I bought. It's a really cute little vase. This artist is really neat. He's got some really neat stuff. So the book is already being signed. Coffee dyed paper. Another signature. And then another piece of the handmade paper. I'm going to give it a shot, handmade paper again. I just got myself a mold and decal, and I'm going to try to find my paperwork because I took a course about 25 years ago, and so I don't really remember all the details, but I'm going to give it another shot because I think that paper's beautiful. This was just a card given to us from some friends that joined us at the cabin, and I have a little pocket in there. This is a piece of handmade paper from a store I bought in Banff, Alberta. And all they have is, well, they have, other papers, but mostly it's handmade paper from, other countries. And it's absolutely beautiful paper. And every time we go to Banff, I try to make my way to that store because it's such a cute little paper store. She's got stuff everywhere and like old typewriters, and I just love it. Anyway, so I bought that the last time I was there, and it had fish on it. And now I just noticed it's not stuck down anymore. But isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to have to do something about that. I don't know what kind of glue would be best, but anyhow, this is from the nail art. It's just a picture backed onto coffee stain paper. I'm upside down, so I'm never really sure which way is upright. Another piece of the handmade paper. I got real creative here and put a pink blob there. There's a million things you can do with handmade paper, and I really would like to try it again now that I'm older, a little bit more experienced with things. This was a child's card, some kind of playing card. It had fish on it. So I Mod Podged a birdie napkin on there. And then there's a picture of a bird that I got from a Goodwill. I just cut them out and used it as a card. From the nail art and a piece of napkin Mod Podged. And that's signed. Lovely. That makes me very happy. Another piece of really dark purple handmade paper. This is another one that I just folded into a, you know, one of those little envelopes. And I thought that was kind of a good idea. This is another piece that I just folded up the bottom because there were no signatures down there. And I just made two little pockets, and I used just pieces of paper from, I think it's called Punch Studio. They put out the beautiful pads, like the cover and the back of the pad are gorgeous. And then those are the papers inside. They're just so pretty. So I just put those in there. So this was my my foray into junk journaling. I was watching so many videos and getting so many tutorials, and you guys do such beautiful work. Oh my goodness, I wish I could keep up. I honestly, so creative. Anyway, so this was my attempt at using some trim, like a bit of a collage, onto this little paper bag. And there's another one of those nail art books, or pictures. And yes, I know, there are no whales at the lake, but they are a water creature, and that's all that I needed for this book. So it was a coloring book that I found. They had pictures of, or they had the whales in it. So I just cut them out and put them in here. There's a little fish. Sorry about the sniffling. I know that sounds extra loud on the camera. And then another little fish. This is kind of a cool one on a card. I hope people sign these ones because I really think they're cute. Then another piece of the handmade paper. So this book is not super creative like some of the other books I see out there. Oh, that's really loose. I'm going to have to fix that too. Yeah, some problems. But yeah, you guys are so creative. So many ideas. But I did what I could. I did what I could at the time. So these pictures me and my sister used to have on the wall. I just took pictures of them and put them into a program on my computer, sized them, and then printed them off, and then backed them onto coffee dyed paper, coffee stained paper. And I think they're really cute little things to put in the book. This was from a fairy book that I found at Goodwill, and I just cut out the images and I'm using them here and there. A little corner flip, some message card, a petty cash voucher, a guest check, it says, while you were out at a strange and wonderful place, which the cabin is. We always have a good time. Lots of fun out there. Our nights are not quite as late as they used to be, but we still have a really good time. There's a little sailboat. Another piece. This is my mistake. I put the comments at I sewed them in by accident, but that's okay. I'm not going to take it apart to fix because that'll just be too annoying. And this is a little pocket here, and this piece of wallpaper, and I just sewed on a piece of notepad. You know, people could, so it's getting signed. This is a piece of gift wrap paper. And then another one of those fish cards, and that got signed. That's nice. That makes me happy. I like that people sign the tags. I think that's very cool. Then this is a card. I bought 3 of these when I was in Paris, in a little seaside town we stopped in. They had a gorgeous little gift shop. And so I bought 3 of these. And this was like, well over 10 years ago. And I never really knew what to do with them, but I liked them. So I put them in my stash, and then when I was going through my stash for this book, I thought, oh, those are perfect for this book. There's the center of the signature, and then another tuck with a card that a family friend gave us. This is that wallpaper, same wallpaper, and I tried my hand at adding some trim. Another piece of the handmade paper. See, it looks like when it gets wet, the ink is going to run. So I will have to be careful with that. And there's the back of that, the back of that page. It looks like I put a piece of yarn in there, and I have a leaf imprint. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how I did that. That's pretty cool. It's almost like that eco dyeing that people are doing now, which I will also give them a shot, because that's also beautiful paper. Another piece, there's a little card that a family friend gave us. This is really kind of cool, coffee stain. Ledger paper tuck, some more of that handmade paper. I've got some washi here. I put a recipe card in here because I eventually want to put the recipe for s'mores on here so that my kids will have that, because there's nothing like being at the lake and eating s'mores. So hopefully my kids will appreciate that someday. Another little note I just put in that little tuck. Some more of that paper. It's a pretty little owl. Isn't that gorgeous? And that just kind of pops in there somehow. And then this is a little pocket with another one of those birds. It's so cute. I should actually scan that because they're really cute. Yellow, beautiful yellow handmade paper. I don't remember how I got the colors. I'm going to have to figure that one out. This is from the nail art book, just a page. It had a snail, and well, we have snails sometimes at the lake. This is a really pretty pink handmade paper with the belly band there of that wallpaper. Another card somebody sent us. Some writing spots. This is a napkin decoupaged, or not decoupaged, Mod Podged onto a book page, and then a card from a family friend or family member. Handmade paper. Coffee stain. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This sailboat just backed onto cardboard, I think. And that goes in there. Napkin Mod Podged onto a music sheet used as a pocket. Got a little note in there. And then a little tuck right there. Ledger paper, popcorn bag actually. So we've got a note in there. And then another one of those, oh good, it's signed. I like that. You know, those pretty cards I bought when we were in France. Coffee stained paper, purple handmade paper. That's really pretty. Coffee stained paper. So there's a next one like that, not signed yet. And I try to encourage everybody to sign all the little, you know, tags and cards and, you know, paper that has nothing on them. An interesting handmade paper. Some cute little lace, washi, more washi. There's some napkin decoupaged onto, Mod Podged onto a music page. And then some more of those little girls. And then this was handmade paper, and it looks like I put some flowers and leaves or something. So this might have been the beginnings of eco dyeing for me, which is another one I want to give. I want to try to eco dye some paper. But that's kind of cool. This is such a beautiful pink too. And gorgeous lace. Oh, I love this lace so much. It's pretty. Some washi. I think that page had a tear in it. Okay, so that's the back page of the nail art page. The snail on the other side. Got a little pocket with another one of those cards. See, it's got a little bird. And then we have some beautiful green handmade paper. Blue and green. Wow, that's I don't know if that was a fluke or did I do that on purpose. Kind of neat. A little tuck here with a little fairy from that fairy book. And another little fairy, and then I just tuck that in there. That's from the nail art book. Nail string art, I think it's called. Kind of neat handmade paper there. I got the different colors. Some more coffee dye. There's another one of those little girls. Isn't she cute? And then I just backed that with some graph paper. And then a little tuck with a note. Another little tuck with a note a note paper. And pink handmade paper. Some more lace. We completely renovated our cabin, like gutted it, but left the foundation anyway. So then we had a housewarming, like a cabin warming, and my daughter gave us a card, and she took the time to decorate it. So I thought I would I wanted to keep it, so I thought I'd just put it in here because I thought that was kind of appropriate. And then another sailboat card. Just put that in there. And then that owl. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of wintry. Ledger paper. This used to be one sheet. I cut it into two because there were only the two signatures. So I cut it and made them pockets. And then I put another one of those in it. And this one's got a longer one of those Punch Studio papers. Then I've got some notes, paper clipped. There's the back of that other sheet. These guys were inside, napkin decoupaged onto book page, and then on, I think there's cardboard in there too. And then another one. That's really pretty too, isn't it? And then this is another piece of the handmade paper. And I put them in this, it's just a piece of fabric that I sewed onto a piece of paper and made it a pocket. And then this is a little flip here and another card a family friend gave us. And then after the handmade paper guest book was all completely full, I just bought one of those notebooks from like the dollar store or something to use as the guest book. And so people were signing that. So what I did was I made a little book out of it. And then, so I just used some jute here to hold it all together and then folded the pages and put it in there. Isn't that clever? If I do say so myself. And then this was a note from the housewarming that we had, and I just attached it with a hat pin or stick pin. And then I put a belly band here, and then just flips right into the belly band like that. And of course, when I poked this hole, I poked a hole in that. But anyway, it doesn't need to be perfect. So that's my Cottage guest book. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really enjoyed making it. And I just want to thank this junk journal community for all your support and all your creativity, and everybody's so wonderful and awesome, and I just love it. I just feel like it's my new family, new life. You know, I'm just having so much fun making these. And I am having so much fun that I found some little golden books at the Goodwill, and I'm gonna dive right into that next. I finished one of them, and but I haven't decorated it yet, or I haven't put anything in it yet. So I want to do that. I want to fill it with all that fun little stuff, and once I do that, I will share it with you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to make more. Thanks again, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.